Hey everyone, this is Jules. I want to share my little project with you guys. This is our Wild Orchid Crafts Design Team Challenge for the month of November, and I apologize that I'm a little bit late. I'm having issues with some of the clips that I recorded while I was making it. I am missing one of them, but I'm going to try and add the tutorial to this in a separate video, probably in the next one. So we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to introduce the project and then show you what I use from Wild Orchid Craft. But as always, I try to link all the products over on my blog with some close-up and detailed pictures. The link to the store, to Wild Orchid Craft's YouTube channel, and my blog link for this project will be all listed below. All right, you guys, so let's get started and I'll show you what I did here. So this is my project. I did a coffee sleeve booklet, and this is really just some of the recipes of some of the Starbucks coffees that I absolutely love. There's about 2 of them that I haven't tried yet. So, and I think that's the eggnog and the holidays, or the spiced holiday coffee. I have not tried that yet. But one of my favorites is the very first one, which is pumpkin spice latte. So what I did is, when I go to Starbucks, I do I do save my sleeves, and I have accumulated quite a little bit here. So sometimes, you know, Anna and I get a coffee together, and she'll give me her sleeve because she knows that I save them. And I have for the longest time been wanting to do a mini album or some project using the coffee sleeves. So this is what the sleeve looks like, and basically you open it and your cup sits inside of it. So what I did is I grabbed 6 of these. So I whitewashed the entire thing, and then I added gesso. I dabbed it all the way around the edges so it looks like it just like the snow kind of settled in on it. Other than using tons of Wild Orchid Crafts products, I also used quite a bit of my Spellbinders dies. I just decorated it to be able to insert sleeves or the booklets inside of the sleeves for the recipe. So let me show you what I use on the outside here. For the binding, I used some 7 Gypsies binder rings, or cable rings, sorry. But they're very lightweight and very flexible. So I used 2 of those, and I think these are 2 inchers or 1.5 inchers. So I used 2 of those, and on the rings I added laces, which is a crochet lace. I added this from Wild Orchid Crafts. This is a little crochet dainty lace, and again, I'll add the links to everything that I use that I can find the links of if they're still available. So I added this to both rings, and I didn't use a whole lot. Just on the top, I ended up using, I got some seam binding that I wrinkled, and I'll show you the tutorial on this soon. I wrinkled it and sprayed it down myself with some Lindy Stamp Gang Gregarious Gray. That's another thing I used a lot on here. And some of it's hanging here, which I like to have that hanging look. And then I made a bow. This is a 4-loop bow. Grabbing one of the little sweetheart blossoms, I used the wire to wrap the bow onto the ring, and it's sitting on top of the other lace here. So on the front cover, from my die cut listing, for the Sizzix die cut listing, I have this word joy that I did cut the original ones, or the first ones, out of chipboard. I don't have them in chipboard anymore because they get stuck. The little loops get stuck in there. But this is chipboard. I painted it and gessoed it, and then I added some stickles to it, and I used, I think it was rock candy. So I added half of a heart onto this one. After I painted it, I added half a heart, and then I added some lace, 2 different laces down here on the bottom part. There's a Guy Pure lace here, and then this crochet trim, which is this one here, and some of the little pearls, flat back pearls on there. And then I did the oval scallop and cut out the graphic 45 paper. Then I used the Spellbinders here, using some perfect pearls and some stickles. I did these little dots all the way around, little beads for an accent. This is a Spellbinders die. I used some of the loose poinsettia dies, or not poinsettia dies, the poinsettia flowers from Wild Orchid Crafts. This is in a recent haul or design team kit video I just did. So I used 3 of them to make my own flowers. Sprayed 2 of them in gray, then the other one in green, and this is the matching green. I believe it's Green with Envy green from Lindy Stamp Gang, and it just has this little stain look to it, really cool. Added some of Wild Orchid Crafts glitter, and did another bow down here with a bead cap. And these little flat back pearls are from the packet. I did get one of the wood pieces, the reindeer from Wild Orchid Crafts. These come in 2 different he's in 2 different stances. This one here, he's looking up, and the other one, he's looking behind him. So I flipped him around, actually, and I wanted him facing the title. So I did some whitewashing, some gessoing, some crackle accents, and then I rubbed it with some old paper distress ink, added a bow, and that was it for the cover. So this has a lot of white and creams in it, okay? Every single page is very similar. So all of the fronts have a spellbinder's cut, some flourishes, and a flower, and a metal, a bead cap or a bow or something on it. So the second page is, and I'll show you the backs of them in a second, but they all have a spellbinder's die, and it's cut out of in white cardstock. I did a collage of stamping and then added stickles to the snowflakes. All of them, I used the same stamps for all of them, the same ink color for all of them. Some of them you can see a little bit better, but I did do cut out the flourishes with white cardstock, and then I sprayed it down with gregarious gray, so it'll have a little bit of a contrast when I set them on top of that. The spellbinder's cut. This is actually like just a stamped collage. Sprayed it down so it is all shimmery. You can see that. So I did a graphic 45. All of them have graphic 45 paper behind the spellbinder's cut. So there's either green or red in the background. So again, it's painted. I added the oval piece here. You can see some of it still back here. I added some lace on there. And then the stamped collage piece. Added a bow with a bead cap. And then I took apart, because I don't have just the plain white ones. I didn't order those, but I did have some of the white that's already made that looks like the red ones. It has yellow stamens in it and then a different kind of leaf. I pulled 3 flowers apart, did 4 of these, and sprayed it down in the gregarious gray, and then I used green with envy green for the leaf so that it just has that similar look as the little poinsettia that I already made. So I only made 2 of these large ones for the inside of the booklet. Added some of the stickles, and then one of the large beads. These are flat back pearl. There's 100 in the pack, and these are 10 millimeters. This is what I use for these flower centers. Looks super pretty. I didn't want to use stamens for this, just wanted to do with the pearls because of the color. And it's festive. It has this pearly white cream look to it. So you'll see the same thing, almost the same thing, in a different kind of a layout on each page. So here's another one with the red. Anna's playing her trumpet. I don't know if you guys can hear it all. My window's open so you can hear upstairs in her room. I don't know if you can hear her, but anyways, if you hear a trumpet, that's Anna. She's practicing for the winter concert at school. So I have, again, painted and sprayed down with some glitter. You can see the shimmer here. You see that? It's gorgeous. Whitewashed just the edges, and actually I did do a little bit of rubbing of the paint on the background so it tones it down a little bit. So I did the oval again, a different spellbinder's die cut, did the stamp collage again, and then a white flourish that I sprayed down with, I think I used a mixture of gregarious gray and scintillating silver because I wanted the silvery look to it. But I don't think I used the gregarious gray on this one because it doesn't have that purple tone to it. And on some of the little flowers you can see it. But anyways, that's a poinsettia with some of the glitter, and it's sitting on top of a bow. So that's that one. And again with the pearls and the lace up here. This one has the green background, and it has one of the Guy Pure laces here. And then I think this is an eyelet circle. And then I did the bow and a bead cap and a pearl. This one has a red background. And I used this little lace that's on the rings, but I did 2 rows. So it has one solid, like a whole inch of lace trim. And then I was hiding the seam with the pearls. So that goes all the way across. And then here's a bow with the flower, and then add another flower there. But I did do perfect pearls on all of these spellbinders, so they have that little bead look. You see there too. On this one too. And then on the last page, I did a square spellbinder's die. And here's that. There she is. She's just practicing. So there's a flower, a Guy Pure lace. This is the same lace that I used on the very front cover. Very pretty. Bead cap on that bow. And then a flourish. So on the back sides of these, let me go back to the front and then pull that back. So it's very consistent still with the other ones. I used either a half of a heart or half a circle paper doily from Wild Orchid Crafts. I cut out some flourishes with graphic 45 paper. I whitewashed it to tone it down a lot, so it has little bits of the color peeking, just a little bit. And then I sprayed it down with some of the Lindy spray, and you can see, there it is, the shimmer. And then the flower without the glitter. This is another flower. And I did use a little ornate corner metal piece because I wanted a pop of something, and that actually to me looks really nice and festive. I really like that. And the next one is half a heart, a flourish, the flower, and the metal piece here in the corner. Here's half of a circle. This is one of the papers from Graphic 45 that's from Once Upon a Springtime. So it's the little floral one. You can see a tiny bit of the gray or the purplish tone in there. And then half a heart. It's half a circle. And there's some detailed pictures on my blog too, if you guys want to see some of the close-ups. You can see some of the shimmer. You see some of the staining and some of the flourishes. The back of the booklet has a Spellbinder's die on the back. This is cut out of Graphic 45 paper. So it's sitting on the sleeve, and then on dimensionals I have a little square, little wavy decorative square, and then a flourish with some glitter, and then from one of the banner dies. This is what I used to title the booklets for the coffee. Just did this off my computer using Microsoft Word. And these are some of the mini beads, half-back pearls actually. Edged it all with old paper distress ink, added a bow there. So on the insides, these are all the same again. You can see the pictures on my blog a lot better, but this is what I did. I cut out a template, and I cut them about a 1/4 inch, maybe a little bit more, smaller than the sleeve, so that it fits really well. And it's tapered out the bottom again to fit the sleeve look, the same shape. So using some of the cheesecloth and laying flat, I did the banner with the name of it on there. And then with one of my Stampin' Up! Punches, I cut out the tab and a Spellbinder's die, the smallest one from this circle die. I was able to print off the titles or the names of the coffees in a very small font. Then I cut it out with the Spellbinder's die. So the other side, actually the tab folds. I don't know if you guys know what this looks like, but it folds, and here's a little silver bow. So it kind of gives the look of exactly like a tab. So whitewashed it and sprayed it down with some silvery sprays. Added seam binding to it and a little flower, but I also wanted some sort of decorative element on the tab, so I used that. So I wanted to stay consistent also with the inside of the booklet. So I kept with this shape of the Spellbinder's die for the ingredients list, and then the instructions to make it, I used this die. And they're all different sizes because I just had to alter some of them to fit the size of the instructions. Then I whitewashed it inside to kind of give that continuous look. I stamped with one of my TPC Studio stamps that I got at Joann's. It's called Coffee Cafe. So I got the two little bean stamps that were there, stamped with, I think it was gathered twigs. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, I stamped it on the craft cardstock, and then I cut it out so that it'll pop really well. Perfect pearls to decorate the very top and the bottom and the corners of these. Nothing on the back but the spray, so it looks snowy. Love these. So they all look the same on all of them. And let me show you just the names of all of the ones that I used or did. So that one was Pumpkin Spice Latte. This one is Peppermint Mocha, which is so good. Same thing. And then this one is Eggnog. I have not tried yet. And then the back is just sprayed down. And oops, I think I'm pulling the bow. Spice Holiday, have not tried that yet. And I sprayed everything. Oh, the gingerbread latte. Oh my god, so good. Same thing. And the last one is a white chocolate chip mocha. Have you guys tried any of these? And then again, sprayed down. So that's it. That is my little booklet that I made. My Starbucks coffee booklet. I love it. Detailed pictures on my blog of everything that I use from Wild Orchid Crafts. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Okay. Thanks you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Jules signing out of the Jewel Box for Wild Orchid Crafts. Bye, everyone.